Hello everyone. Today we will learn about Science Chapter 1 Nutrition in Plants. Our topic for the chapter is Mode of Nutrition and Photosynthesis. The purpose of this video is to make your concept more thorough. So, now let us start our chapter. Living organisms require food for energy. When food is taken by an organism, it gets nutrition. There are two modes of nutrition, autotrophic and heterotrophic. But what are they? Let us discuss autotrophic mode of nutrition. First, it is the mode of nutrition in which organisms make food for themselves by the process of photosynthesis. It is called autotrophic mode of nutrition. These organisms are called autotrophs. Green plants are the example of autotrophs. Then, in heterotrophic mode of nutrition, organisms do not make food themselves but get food directly or indirectly from the plants and other organisms. That mode of nutrition is called heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and organisms are called as heterotrophs. For example, humans, animals such as cow, dog, lion, tiger, etc. Now children, let us learn more about photosynthesis. Plants synthesize their own food, but do you know how they synthesize their food? Plants prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means putting together. Plants need sunlight and carbon dioxide from air and water from the soil. As you know now the raw materials for the photosynthesis, let us now discuss how do plants obtain these raw materials and how they are transported to plants. Water and dissolved minerals are absorbed directly from the soil through roots and sent to the leaves by the means of many small vessels. These vessels run throughout roots, stem, branches, and leaves. The carbon dioxide gas present in air is taken in by tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves called stomata. These tiny pores are surrounded by guard cells. Plants contain tiny structures called chloroplasts that contain chlorophyll. Carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight react to form carbohydrate and oxygen. Carbohydrate then gets converted into complex substance called starch, which is then stored in plants. So, the process of photosynthesis can be represented in the word equation form. Carbon dioxide plus water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives carbohydrate plus oxygen. Now you will be wondering that there are some plants whose leaves are not green in color. So, do they have chlorophyll in them? Or do they perform photosynthesis? These questions arise in your mind. The answer is yes, they contain chlorophyll, but large amount of red, brown and other pigments mask the green color. So, ultimately photosynthesis takes place in such leaves also. There are some plants which do not contain leaves. So, photosynthesis in such plant is done through its green stem and green branches. For example, cactus plant. It has spines instead of leaves, so that there is less loss of water through transpiration. Have you seen green layer on the stagnant water? They are generally formed by the growth of algae. But you will be wondering, are they performing photosynthesis? Yes, they also perform photosynthesis because they contain chlorophyll. So now let us discuss about synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is made up of three elements: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These three elements including nitrogen are useful in synthesis of food such as proteins and fats. So here the question arises, how do plants get nitrogen? The answer is the soil contains rhizobium bacteria that converts gaseous nitrogen into usable form and release it into the soil. This nitrogen compound is absorbed by the plants. Farmers also add fertilizer containing nitrogen into the soil, which helps the plant to prepare proteins and fats.